Okay, welcome to PyraPOD. Yeah, today I got actually last night I got the file from Young. This is the simplified form. Basically the same structure, just how different parts are assembled together. We change it. So basically, what we did is simply, before we try to not to use any welding, basically to use nut and bolt to join everything together, right? But then because I found a local welder, he can weld on site actually. So yeah, so that's why we decided maybe we can just simply use welding, and that's simpler, right? So the whole thing can be divided into sections, right? For example, the vertical this tall column, and together with this horizontal ground beam, right? And plus this arced curvature can be welded all together as one piece, see, including the y beams, right? So and this not too hard. I mean not too hard to ship, right? Yeah, any can fit on any trucks, right? So that's why. So this part, this height is roughly 14 feet. So the total is 17, right? So then we can just simply break the whole structure into the four side corner L. It's a L-shaped beam. If you look at from the section, it's look like L, and yeah, so we can just four pieces of the L beam, right? Plus this whole thing, welded together, right? And then the pyramid, the top pyramid, that's the right. So the top pyramid, we can use a mechanism. Yeah, just quickly show you. Oh, we here, yeah, here shows the basically we can have a tube in tube insert, right? And so that this top pyramid actually can fit into this arm. Can the inner part is smaller, right? It just fit into this, and then there's a whole, the whole thing can be used as spring mechanism, right? You just simply press the nipple and the rod and press it in, and then slide in, and then just the spring will lock it in position, something like this. So this way, we can simplify everything, make the assembly even easier, right? You don't need to figure out which piece goes where, right? Yeah, because basically everything is welded together, and then just fit together with slide in, mechanism. And the bottom is we use the L beam, right? And then at the end of the L beam, yeah, there's a corner, cut. There's a angle cut, right? And then there's a piece of metal welded like this. Yeah, and then if you can weld on site, then you can just simply put everything in place and then weld on site right here. Or we can drill a hole, right, and provide the nut and bolt, and then you can simply use nut and bolt on site just for this this part, right? So basically, then you only have 4 corners, right, to use the nut and bolts, and the rest are just everything welded together, right? So and yeah, pretty simple. Yeah, and then depending how you do it, right, then you can figure out how to anchor the whole thing. In my case, I'm going to bury the bottom, as I explained in other videos, that I'm going to lower the whole structure 1.5 feet, right? So yeah, and then we can, yeah, I can simply use rocks, gravels to bury the 4 sides and the corners, right? I'm gonna build a retaining wall, and then just retaining wall sit, roughly in the middle. When I say middle, means there is a cavity, right? There is a 2-inch thickness, right? So then there's room for rocks to backfill and then bury the whole thing, right? And then the cover will stay on top of the retaining wall in that case. But this is a general case, right? This is a general case just to show that how this structure can be installed on the ground, okay? On the ground without any retaining wall, right? So the retaining wall part, you can think of, you can think about that yourself when you do it, or you don't have to have one, but it's better to have one. So build some kind of a foundation slightly above the ground, and then you put the whole thing on top of it, right? So that's what it is. Yeah. And this is the the effect after you put the cover, right? And yeah, everything is the same. And there's holes, right, collars to connect to this, connect the 2 adjacent section, right? And the door will be a little challenge. We understand that, but for those handyman, that's not a big deal at all. And you can use rectangular, right, also. Yeah, but in this design, we simply instead of using like an arc, top for the door, so we simply make this half circle, and fit it here, and then the door is regular door, right? So that's that. And this section could also be a way for you to do some ventilation if you need it. Yeah. So that's but you don't have to ventilate once you get the temperature and the humidity and everything under control. You don't need to ventilate. So as you can see, it's very simple. Everything is welded. Just some nut and bolt for the bottom and to assemble. Very fast. Once you get the ground ready, the setting up of this will just take 1 day, and that's it. Yeah. Okay. So hope you like it, and if you have any question, please ask. Okay. And we'll see you next time.